What I am trying to do here is to remove these pieces, and some of them I might see if I can just remove to the edge there, though that one needs to be fully replaced. So from these this way all the way to the wall, and then some of these just to stagger them so I don't have to replace that whole thing to the wall. If I can't, then I will replace all the way to the wall and hopefully be able to reuse some of these boards. Whew, when they built this house, they did not intend for anything to be changed. Okay, I managed to get this one here and the short one here. This one that I've been working on, I think that it is still nailed in somewhere because the other one had two nails right close together. I'm not sure how easy or difficult. If I can get away with getting just this here, the matching over there, that, and these, and then the occasional one of these, I don't care if I have short runs, I think I'm going to take it and call it a day. So this is what I need to do, is to take out that one all the way down, because it is cracked right close to the wall, all to about halfway down to there. And I will need to take this one all the way up because that is also cracked. For here, I'm taking this one out to this area here, thinking that's long, and this one's a short one. Once I get these out, then I can figure out what I need to do for that area over there. But I am going to use my circular saw to cut down the edges so I can get them out without breaking them. It's an old blade, so I know there's nails under there. That's what I'm hitting against, and the blade will cut through. I just got to be very careful because I have no idea where those nails are. I am making some progress. The battery won't charge that anymore. I won't power that anymore, at least not through the wood. So I have turned to my oscillating tool. What I am doing is cutting through the joinery or making fresh cuts for me to tap these out when it comes time. That one was actually quick and easy to do. I did the circular saw up, and I did two halves here, the two sides here, and then oscillated across. And then I've come over to the other side and kind of marked where these are connecting, staggering the joints there so they won't all end and all begin at the same thing. Now, one thing I did do was, because the end on this one was even rougher than that, because that was in the old, really small closets, the ends aren't as bad as the other side was, because this has been refinished and all sorts of other stuff on there. So this will easily sand off. This wouldn't. So I trimmed that edge along there with the circular saw just to get all that rough stuff off, so I don't have to worry about sanding down to that and making sand marks on the rest of it just to get it down. Now, most of them actually I will be taking off that end part. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So once I get these two out, I think I'm going to sandpaper that with my, or sand it with my orbital, just to make sure. If not, then I will need to actually take it back to there. That's why I left that one unmarked for right now, just to see what happens when I get it by itself and I can sand it. So I've done pretty good. I have got, these were cut by the oscillating tool yesterday while I still had juice. But cutting down with my circular saw, down as well as I could. And I've put the tape because it's sometimes very difficult to see this cut line to make sure I'm going straight. So I've put the blue tape down for the pieces and I will cut along that. Not sure if I will be able to get it against the wall because of the way it is. I might have to turn it around and do it the other way again, but we will find out. Let's see how fast I can cut through these because the others went through pretty good. Did not do all that difficult, was not all that difficult at all. I am taking a few precautions. I am making sure that I am sitting far away so that if this gives me kickback, and believe me, it has tried, I'm not directly in line with it. And two, I have a very firm grip when this happens. I'm holding this up with my camera hand, current camera hand, and I turn on the saw, and then I very carefully lower it next to the blue tape, mainly having it on an angle this way. And then I put it down, push it down till it's sitting on its base, and then I grab the upper with my other hand and I push it forward. That is to keep me safe, to keep it from, to hold any kickbacks. And if anything did happen and it did kick back, I am not in the pathway of it going straight back. But yeah, now since I am very close to this one, I'm going to move my knee pad over so I am not in the way of these two. Then after these two, I'm going to go do the opposite side on the 3 ones that I can do. Then it's time for the oscillating tool. Woohoo! For oscillating tools. Not too bad. I did have a little issue. I had a nail right there, so it wasn't back far enough to get cut by the circular saw. And of course, the oscillating saw can't touch it. The blade can't touch it. So I just basically actually created a secondary cut a little further past that, kind of gave it a little room, and then pushed this up enough that I could get under here and pry it up with the crowbar. Okay, so up here, I realized I needed to make a couple more pieces, so I'll be cutting straight up this one up to that mark, and then move over and do that one. And I should be able to get this one on the inside and finish up there. And that will leave me with those two. So let me make these next few cuts and get those pieces out. Okay, so that one and this one and that one are all cut on the sides. I need to finish up with the oscillating tool to get down here and to get the side areas that the circular saw didn't get. Then I can pull these out if they're not nailed. So far I can really pick them. This one had a nail right here. This one, nail right there in the corner. I think I missed it pretty good. No nail on this one, but I'm about to pull this one up. This is the long twofer. And let's see if, okay, I can definitely hear. There's a nail somewhere. So nail, can you see it? Nail right there. And I can see a nail on the other side. You can even see the nail hole. another nail hole. Whew, that's good. Okay, so here and there. So I'm wondering where this one's going to have a nail hole. And yeah, it's matching one. On this side will have a nail hole. If it's along the side of this one or if it's out on this one. Of course, there's a nail there. Ah. But I have gotten further along since I started using the circular saw. Further along on this floor since I started using the circular saw than I did the other way, which was try to pry them up by, using just the tools. No. Go ahead, break out that circular saw, put the edge of it like very close to the edge on the ground so you don't have that much. In fact, there's nothing on this one except for right here. And that is because my floor is actually sloping up to meet the living room on the other side of the door. It's like flat, 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 slope. Let's see if I can get the rest of this out today. So I got the last two. There's a nail right here. One right back in this corner. And there's a nail somewhere under there. I did this with my circular saw and the multi-unit. Because it was just these. I got the big strokes by this, and I decided just to use the oscillating tool close to the edge here rather than getting out my track saw or trying to use the circulating saw on this set. On this side, I'm a little far over on this one. But yeah, I've got to figure out where that nail is over here, and then I can pop that out. I'm pretty sure it's like right there because my oscillating tool won't do that back corner. I'll clean up that because that's a little rough. Sweep it out, vacuum it, and then see what I need to do to put the new stuff down. Yay! Oh man, this is a lot more involved. Oh, I see I still have that one to do. That's why I put X's on them. And then I need to see if I can sand this area down a little. If not, I'll need to cut it like partially or even higher. Not that I want to. But yeah, if I can sand that, that would be great. Those two are pretty close. If I need to, I can cut it up to here. That's a natural join. And meet it with this one. Though I've got all of these in the front here, ending at the same area, and I don't want that. Once I figure out this blank area here and where this one is ending, I can see if I can cut this one or this one. I know I need to cut a little bit off of this one and some off of this one just to get them staggered.